Hello and welcome guys. It's been a while that I made actual videos on this channel, so I've been busy with this 3D class that I take. I've been took this class for like 7 weeks now, and this is what I accomplished so far. I made a portal gun from portal game by Valve, which is very interesting, but that's not the main reason you guys are here in this video. So the reason I made this video is that after I've been learning this software Maya, Autodesk Maya 2018, I found some tips and tricks that I found useful in some way or another, or a way that I found that it might be useful to you guys for beginners like you and like me. Okay, so let's get started then. Okay, so when you start up this software, you will find this software really intimidating, like you don't even know what to do. So I'm gonna go through it, a few tips and a few tools that might be useful, and you're probably gonna use it quite often. Okay, let's start with this poly modeling. This is the base thing that you will be using most of the time when you are beginning starting playing with shapes and stuff like that. Okay, so let's just say like this is a sphere, cube. The best thing to start off with a cube, okay? And yeah, this is how you made a cube. If you're asking me like how are you gonna like create a cube in the way you want it, so if you go in here, and then like when you create a polygon or something like that, you need to keep this on interactive creation. So let me show you what the difference between that. If you don't have that on, when you click on it, it will be just that, just gonna pop up, and you cannot control it that much. And then you need to use these tools right here to fix it and then make the size you wanted. So when you keep that on, wait, where is that now? You will be able to create shape just like in like Photoshop or Illustrator, when you click and drag like that, and then you can click one more time to move it up or down if you want it, or you can just click shift so you can get like exact shape in proper ratio that you want it, which is nice. Okay, done with creating shapes. Second thing I will show you is this tab right here. This tab right here is obviously a mouse where you control, click and drag. This is the move tools, rotation tools, and scale tools. Alright, so how do you manipulate and through the camera angles here? The main key button on your keyboard is alternate key or alt key on the right side, I mean right or left if you want it. So that's the thing that happened. For example, if you lost your view, you can click here and then go to like default view, which is alternate home, which they will set your view this thing up for you if you lost it. Okay, right, let's go back to this thing. The way you do is you press alternate either on the left side or the right side of your keyboard, with the one that suits you more, and then you use middle mouse, click on the middle mouse to move across the screen like this, and then when you use left mouse click is to rotate, and then right mouse click to zoom in and out. Okay, and you can also use middle mouse scroll to zoom in and out, but it's not that accurate comparing to this. Like the more you move it, this is more smooth. That's it. Okay, alright, let's start creating shapes then. For example, I make a square. Okay, and then you feel like you wanna like find the right angles, like which way you wanna start to do, which camera angle you wanna start like looking at or something like that. You press to show different view. This is probably gonna be the top y-axis, x side axis, and C, front C. Okay, so if you press spacebar, like just press it, don't hold it, just press, like you hear the sound. Just it will switch between the view you wanted. Okay, this is how you change the view. Or if you're stuck on here, and you can just click here, and you can go here and side by side, and then this one you shouldn't be care about it right now, it's just something that more advanced. Okay, so if you ask me like why do you need that view if you just gonna work on here, because sometimes you need some image reference. And this is the most important thing that I've been encountered and learned. It took me a while to figure it out on my own and with my friend. So no matter what view you want, for example, you want a top view reference, which is a y-axis, you go view, image plane, import image. In the description down below, I will try to list what I talk about in the video as much as possible because it's gonna take a while. Okay, so in this case, I've been working on portal gun. I have a portal reference. So here I already have made each reference. So I import the top view. It's gonna be there. So right now, no matter what, it's gonna be centered on here. And you can adjust it afterward, but let's just import everything. Side view is the most important view that you needed to make the shape. Cause like the most important thing is the side view. If you look the object, you mostly look from the side first. That's what I found on making this. Okay, and then if you come to this page right here, the thing's gonna be a mess. And the way you do it is trying to align into a way you want. And then this gonna be the way. Let me delete this. This is gonna be a thing that we'll be doing on this video. So you start using these tools to align everything in the way you want it. Okay. So on your keyboard, if you click, for example, if you click on this, let me use like this top view. It's the easiest, the biggest that you can see. It's not fully aligned and not fully centered. Okay, you see the line, the middle line. You can start using W, S, and W, E, and R. I mean, to go through these three main control manipulation tools. Okay, this is the most important to be faster and then easier. This is the most important shortcut you will need it. So as you can see, W and kill is back to mouse mode, normal mouse. Okay, W, you click on something, W to move on the each axis. This is Y axis. This is, if I remember correctly, is the X axis, and then the blue one is the Z axis, which is go up and down. This. Okay, you know what I mean. Okay. So Y is go. What do you mean, like up and down in the flat plane? Okay, and then like left and right. And then this is like higher, lower. I should say this is up and down. And then this y-axis is the front and back. Yeah, that's what make more sense. Okay, for now, you click on the object you needed. Just go into the plane or the view that you wanted. Zoom in quite a bit. And then start aligning it in the way you want it. Okay, so for example, you got a cylinder up and running. And now you got a cylinder. You will come to this box right here, and click on channels and layer editors. You will see the rotation X and Y that you will be needed. This is like more precise rotation if you need one. Okay, that is quite interesting. And this is scale. And here you will be number how much subdivision you want. The more you have, the more complex your shape will be and the more smooth it will able to have. So if you scale it more too much, you will be hard to manage, but you will get better smooth shape. If you see what I mean here. See, if you have only 3 axis division, it's gonna look like a triangle. And the more you have, the more circle it will be. Okay. I think that's quite a fair amount of things you will be learning on this video. And then the most important next thing you will be learning is like right click, and you will see each different menu. They're quite straightforward. Object mode is the object mode where you select and move around as a whole object. You move to each, you can select each of this thing and click, and then you can manipulate it one by one, or you can shift click and then manipulate 2 of it at once. Or you can just click on it and just drag it up one by one, or just you can just like double click, it will auto select a whole shape. Sometimes it doesn't work, you need to click shift and click some of the shape and start double click it afterward. And now you get some random stupid And then you can just play around with your shapes a bit and then rotate, creating some kind of like weird dipping effect. Sometimes it's gonna turn out cool, sometimes it's gonna turn out weird, but hey, if you never try, you never know. And now move on to another one, scale tools. For example, I select two of this line. I move on to scale 2, which is R. The middle one is the scale up and down as a whole shape. Let me just change to object mode. As a whole shape, okay? This one is scale up in the y-axis, z-axis, and x-axis. Most of the time you will not use this. It's like it's gonna mess up the shape as a whole, okay? Then going next to the next thing is face mode. You can adjust each face one by one. If you don't like the way it is, you can just move it up, move it down. But sometimes you need to be careful since you only look at the one angles of the image and then you're just trying to manipulate it accordingly to our image reference, and then you're gonna mess up badly. Most of the time you will not use this face mode because if the face is flat, then you can use it. But if it starts to be complex like this, you shouldn't use the face mode. It will be quite messy and hard to work with. And you will be needed only when you use only one sided of the image reference, okay? And then next thing is the vertex. I don't recommend you go into vertex face right now, but I'm gonna show you. It's quite a mess and you're gonna be quite confused. So the vertex basically is a dot of each position of the intersection of each shape, of each like the shape that you come in and out. So you can click one of it and then move it up and down if you want it, do whatever you want with it. Or you select multiple dots at once and move up and down. Yeah, there we go. I think that's about it for this video for now. It's quite long now. I may made part 2 of this video, but I think I'm gonna start teaching you guys how to make something like actual objects in this software, and you can come back and learn about it later on. And we can learn the tools together by creating the objects. Okay. Basically, I will redo what I learned from the class to you guys, because I feel like the best way to practice this is to recreate and teach others how to make something. That's fairly interesting in the way I talk there. Okay, and before I go, I will teach you this bar right here. It's quite interesting. So you can click around. This is wireframe mode. You can see all the outline of the objects. You can see all of the object in wireframe. This is the normal mode. This is when you don't need the colors. I cannot show you here, but like if you add the colors or like materials or textures on it, if you click this will return to like normal gray, non-texturized object. I will show you this thing, this menu shading. If you click on X-ray, it will allow you to see through of the object, so that, for example, if you're trying to align this object with the image reference, there you go, you can see through and you can try and manipulate your object one by one. Okay, you can see the object as it is, and you can try like move around and get it easier to manage and easier to control. Alright, that's about it on this video, I guess. Oh, and this thing is quite interesting. If you go into Hypershade, this is the box where you start messing around with the colors. If you realize that okay, your object is start to finish. And then, for example, if you don't have Arnold, I will talk about Arnold later, but it's very like photorealistic rendering, which allow you to create better textures. But if you have Maya, there are two things you need to consider: blend and then Lambert. Blend is just normal shiny, somewhat shiny objects that you can put in, and then Lambert is just normal matte flat colors object. That's it. Okay, I think this video is too long now, so I will teach more about the custom tools here afterward on the next video, or on the video I start making objects. So don't forget to share, like, subscribe. If you're interested in seeing more or want to know what to do, you can ask me on the comment down below. And as a disclaimer, I'm no near professional on this software. I'm just somewhat beginners that able to create shapes out of it now. So yeah, don't forget to share, like, subscribe. See you guys on the next video. I hope this will be somewhat educated in a way and help you guys doing this Maya thingy and start interested in more creating more intimidating and interesting 3D shape. The most important of Maya is that you need to know what is the base shape of the objects are and what you can do with that base object shape, and then how you're gonna manipulate it and what tools you're gonna do. So see you guys later on the next video. Bye.